Hi, I'm Dean Beyett.
Hi, I'm Jeff Smith.
And we're part of the newly formed committee responsible for updating and bringing you guys the new industry awards.
Part of the process of this newly revamped or reformed awards committee is to help streamline the process of the installer awards and also the retailer awards. We're even going to bring back some of the ability to even do blind nominations.
And don't forget all of the industry awards.
Yes.
We have a bunch of those. We have new industry awards. 2 new categories have been added in for lighting and integration. We've also looked at the Trusted Tech Award, and we decided to bring that back to what it was originally, where the technician was nominated by his peers, and the one that had the most votes wins.
Good idea.
I know. We've gone back and we've looked at Rookie of the Year and readjusted some of the criteria for that. Now if you're a salesman as well as an installer, you're both eligible to run for Rookie of the Year.
Wait a minute. Sales guys can now be Rookie of the Year as well?
Yeah, that's right. Sales guys can now be Rookies of the Year.
Very cool.
In the past, you were only eligible for 1 year. Now you can be 2 years into the industry.
That's cool.
We've also closed the gap between Rookie and all of the other categories. That means if you were Rookie before, there was a time period between when you could run for installer. That no longer exists. You have 2 years for Rookie, which immediately puts you into the next category, which is 3 years for everything else.
Got it. So now it's an actual way of progress from one award to the next.
Correct.
That's cool.
We've also gone back and streamlined all of the questions that you had to answer. For example, if we're looking at Installer of the Year, questions that are going to be asked. Now, I will give you a pointer here. When answering these questions, answer them in the order they are asked. When you look at the website and you see the questions we want you to answer, take them one at a time and answer them directly. If you want to say something like read the question to us, that's perfectly okay. You don't have to, but just make sure that we're not searching around to find your answer, because that's going to count against you. One of the questions are,
what are the biggest challenges for you professionally or personally that you've overcome in the past year?
How would coworkers describe you? How do you influence the team and store culture? That was a big one. That was a lot of 3 or 4 questions before, and we streamlined it into one. Now answer these the best that you can, and we understand that not all of these things are going to apply. If you're a one installer kind of guy, and you're pretty much doing it all, so just give it your best shot.
This is probably one of my favorite questions because this really hit home for me when I was doing Install of the Year back in my day.
We needed an old guy, so we called Jeff.
A description of your installation specialty or philosophy. So whether you are a stronger fab guy or you're an integration guy or you the overall true technician that's good at alarms, good at fabrication, good at tuning and everything else. So really drive home and really tell us what your specialty is, or if you're that well-rounded installer, hey, makes it even better.
One of the new criteria in this for this year that we've introduced when we rewrote all of these processes, and this is one I'm personally excited about, demonstrate a working knowledge of integrating electronics and fabricating them into the environment. I know. All of these you can go and read on the website. You have 10 minutes to answer these questions, as well as that's not going to be counted against you to put up pictures. Something to keep in mind when making your video, if you have pictures. It's great for us to hear what you're saying and look at your faces like you're looking at us now. However, adding those pictures in when you're describing these things is a really good way to kind of move the video along and make it a little bit more entertaining for us that have to sit back and watch a lot of videos. You have 10 minutes. If you want to go shorter, by all means. If you can get the information done in less time, no problems there. However, do your best. Some of the pointers that you might take from somebody who does a lot of video. I mean, I know you do a lot too, but you have a team.
Not as much as you, though.
You have a team.
I have a team of me.
I have a team of one,
yes.
Fernando. If you're going to be using your phone, which I strongly suggest because it's a great way to do it, hold it at arm length. Meaning, don't put it on a tripod halfway across the room where we can hear everything in the room.
Selfie stick?
Selfie stick is okay. But keep in mind, your phone is really only made to pick up this distance. The other thing too is don't cover the microphone when holding it. If you are going to mount it onto a tripod, believe it or not, it's designed for your hand to push the sound into it. So if you take a small piece of cardboard and wrap it around the side of the phone, it will help to capture your voice so we don't have to hear everything that's going on that side of the room.
Good idea.
I've done it once or twice.
I could imagine.
I know. The other thing too is keep in mind audio is king. This is what we do, all right? So if you're gonna produce a video and the audio is kind of lacking, not saying it's gonna count against you, but you kind of know what I'm saying.
My voice is in phase.
Sorry.
You get the point.
Yes.
One of the things that we wanted to stress also, along with a lot of these new categories, is something that I know in the past couple years that I've run has driven me up the wall, and that is the time frame and not knowing when things are due, when it's gonna happen, when do I get to find out. And a lot of people get anxiety about this because we know you put a lot of effort into making your short video, and you want, hey, am I gonna make it in the top 12? Am I gonna make it in the top 5? What am I gonna do?
Guys are they're getting out of cars, going to the computer, hitting refresh,
Yes.
refresh, trying to see if the stats have updated, if you've moved up in rank, if the list has come out. So we're actually gonna have a concrete time frame for every step in the process.
Now this starts, all of this fun and excitement, on October 20th. More than likely the day you're watching this video. There's going to be some new nomination processes put in place. As far as you can nominate yourself, but you have to have a second. Make sure you read the rules and how this applies to you, because it's not going to just be like you call up your random dude and he says, yeah, man.
Hey, bro, can you vote for me?
It's not how it's going to work.
Oh, that's how it's always worked in the past.
It's not how it's going to work now. There will be questions that the person that you're asking, it will be verified, meaning the person that is going to nominate you has to know who you are and has to give a reason why he wants to nominate you.
So we're actually going to check with their second to make sure that they really know that person.
Yeah, we want to make sure that this is legit.
So I need to schedule some time for myself to really put some time into this.
Yeah, yes, you do.
All right.
Another thing too is that we're gonna have blind nominations. So for example, if you're a vendor or you're an owner or you're any industry professional and you go, you know, I'd really like this guy to run, you can nominate him now and he will be notified with you and one of us. We'll give him a call and we'll explain the process to him, ask him if he wants to run. They will still have to make the video in order to get properly elected. It's just kind of cool.
Blind nomination.
Blind nominations.
So we're going to have Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder do a video, and it's going to be narrated by Morgan Freeman.
God, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. But for example, if you wanted your boy Oscar...
Now that Oscar's already won Rookie of the Year,
yes,
now he's eligible for Installer of the Year.
He wouldn't have been before.
But now he is.
And if you say, hey, you know what? I'm really digging this guy, you could self-nominate him.
So I could blind nominate him.
Yes, you could blind. I'm sorry.
And then, since I blind nominated him, then you or whoever else on the committee would then call me to ask me a series of questions about who Oscar is, how much he drinks, what he installs like.
I don't know about the drink thing,
what kind of car he drives.
We all know what kind of car he drives.
What type of Cerveza does he like? You know, things like that. Things that or you mean like actual day-to-day installer stuff that we should know about this guy?
That question.
Got it.
That's more appropriate.
Got it. Not shoe size.
Small.
Okay.
You get the idea. Now this is going to be really fun because this has opened up a whole new way to really show people that you care. Sometimes people just need a push. And the whole idea behind this was to be able to give you that push. Back to the schedule. The next thing we need to know is when are these things due?
We're gonna have a concrete date of November 14th by midnight.
And there won't be like, oh, hey, we're gonna stretch it 3 more days because there wasn't enough guys that enter. No. If they don't enter, they don't enter. We're not playing these games. We have a deadline for each thing that we're doing. If you wanna enter, listen, part of being one of the best is realizing that there's a deadline.
Right.
And you need to step up your game and get it in there.
So October 20th is when everything starts.
Yep.
November 14th is when, by midnight, is when all nominations, whether self-nominations, blind nominations, all have to be in midnight, November 14th.
Along with the videos.
Along with your video. by 2021.
Yeah, you'll know if you've been self-nominated. As soon as that information is done, we will be contacting you and telling you to make your video. Remember, it's only 10 minutes. You can probably whip one of these out in about 2 hours. If you've never made one before, YouTube is a great place. There's a guy that's done a couple of them out there that probably pop up at the top.
Yeah,
you know.
for you.
Once you've done that, and you're like, when do I find out if I'm the top 50? Because you want to know. You put the time in, you want to know. Well, that date is going to be
December 3rd.
That's right. We're going to come on and we're going to tell you. It's going to be published. One of the other things that's exciting about this is we're going to be doing Awards TV. We're going to be able to come on and tell you, hey, guess what? We're also going to be able to come on and answer questions if there are any questions. So stay tuned for more videos like this, kind of going through and explaining that.
We should do like a live or something.
We're going to.
Okay, cool. Next one is going to be the voting begins for the top spots on
December 4th.
December 4th. Because if everything's there on the 3rd, we've announced the tops of all the categories.
Yes.
Time for the voting to begin the next day.
The really cool thing about this is if you're planning on attending Knowledge Fest Dallas, that is going to be the weekend of the 10th through the 12th
of December.
What that means is if you're going to attend, you're going to get an extra little piece that hangs on your name tag that says top 50,
vote for
top
Pedro.
20. And yes, you could walk around and be like,
vote for Pedro.
my buddy!
Yeah.
Just right here.
Yeah.
Just tap that.
Yeah.
So it'll give you the ability to lobby for more, votes.
So we're going to have like people set up in their own booths like, vote for me, kissing babies, shaking hands, and
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
car stereo installers are the root of the world. What, you've seen that with...
The voting is going to end on December 19th. So make sure to get all your votes in, whether it be industry, whether it be consumer. Do a good video. Back to the video for a second. This is something you're going to want to share because this is what's going to help you get votes. You really kind of want to do a nice job. Don't worry about it being perfect, but it's something you want to do a nice job so you can send it out to your customers that might like you. You can send it out to your friends. You can send it out to people you know. That's where that good audio comes in handy. A lot of people might just listen it on to their way to work and hear what you're having to say.
Yep.
December 27th is going to be the next day to remember, and that is when second round is announced. Voting ends on the 19th. All of that is going to be tallied, and by the 27th, we'll know who the top 12, the top 5, the top this, the top that are going to be. Once you find out if you're one of them, you're going to have to immediately start making your video. We said earlier, one of the videos that are not going to have to be made this year is for Trusted Tech. So you'll find out who your top 5 Trusted Techs are in no particular order, but they will not have to make a video this year. Keep in mind for Trusted Tech, it is industry votes only, and in order to qualify for Trusted Tech, you must be one of the top 50.
Now we're going to push all the way into January once we get through the holidays, and we're going to have by January 17th at midnight, this is when the second round videos are due.
You get tasked with winning a top 12 or a top 5, don't worry, we'll come back on and we'll explain the process for making that video. Right now, we're just kind of worried about getting this information out to you. And if you do have any questions at any point, please shoot us an email to info@mobileelectronics.com. That is something that didn't exist before, is that you just kind of had to wing it and send, I don't know, maybe send that guy an email and hopefully he'll respond back to you.
Hey,
you don't have
Richard,
to worry
what
about
are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that this time. Any point, if you're watching this video and you have a question, leave it in the comments below. We want to make sure it's the most fun this contest has ever been. We want to make sure it's the most transparent that this contest has ever been. No secret, like, ooh, none of that. We want to make sure that everyone is treated fair and everyone has an opportunity to win.
Last but not least, we want to talk about the culmination of all this work being brought to you in a very highly produced award show at the first annual Las Vegas location of Knowledge Fest, February 18th through 20th, 2022. Vegas,
baby.
Do you know the last time when the awards were in Vegas?
No.
It was 2009.
Wow.
Do you know why I know about this?
Because that's when you won?
That's when I won. So we haven't been back to Vegas for the industry awards since I was on top. But that was a long time ago.
One other thing, since you mentioned you being on top, there's no longer going to be a first place loser award.
Oh, I didn't get those, so no, I'm just joking.
This guy. What you're gonna get, I feel okay. I'm fine with it. I got the last one. You were the last one in
Yes.
Vegas. I got the last second place award.
Yeah.
The point is we're just going to have trusted tech, we're going to have installer, and we're going to have rookie, we're going to have salesman, we're going to have retailer. Now there were some changes done to retailer that I just kind of want to touch on because these are important. In the past there was a big category that the retailers could apply for, like best online presence, customer retention, and stuff like that. We're done away with how that was done. No longer are you just going to randomly enter. How that's going to work is if you're a retailer and you get picked into the top 12 retailers, when you make your video, these are going to be questions that are put into those awards, such as most improved location, best online presence, best customer retention program, best customer experience, and best store culture.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So what happens if Smith Audio Designs is a single store with 4 employees, and then I have to deal with Car Toys with 17 locations and 300 employees?
We're going to have a winner for multi-store and a winner for single store.
Makes sense.
So as you can see, this is going to be a really fun time to be part of the industry awards. We're super excited that they asked us to be part of this new committee, and we're not the only ones. There's actually
A good, well-rounded group of people.
There is.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We were on a phone call today, rounding it up, and Mr. Brian Piper was like, is anybody else as excited as I am?
Brian was really excited.
We're gonna make it through this video. You just wait and see. We wanna thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions, make sure you hit up info@mobile-electronics.com.
Hopefully you guys will stay tuned and be ready for more videos, more lives, more information, and we're gonna make the new process of the Mobile Electronics Awards a winner for not only you guys, but for our entire industry.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's why I said it.
I know. This guy. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have a wonderful day as always. We'll see you later next time.
See ya.
Bye.